the I don't know. I guess ever since waking up at 3 o'clock this morning, I get the whole morning. It's just ringing, reverberating, a million steps ahead, a million steps ahead, a million steps ahead. Why is it? Like, legitimate question now, right? Legitimate question now. Why is it that the human race can look at something with no context and immediately assume the worst? Legitimate question. Like, fair, legitimate question. Why, instead of listening, instead of feeling, right? Why is it immediately judgment? And even at that, negative judgment, right? You gotta really think about that at times. Like, why are we so conditioned to crap on the next guy, the next girl, what have you, right? This isn't a sexist view to me, because we all are put into the same circumstances. Some of us are given more on our plate to hold against the next guy, because that's meant to divide, right? They call it a system for a reason, correct? They even if it has legitimate scientific basis, they want us staying disconnected. But through all of the discoveries that have been made literally over the last 5 years now, or what they've allowed to be put out there, if we want to go that far, right? Why should anybody feel the need to explain themselves? What, because of the perception of what someone is doing? Really? Perception is just perception without context, right? So you can perceive anything to be whatever you want without the context of actually knowing why that person is doing what they're doing, why they're saying what they're saying, without looking into it. Because this is used as a device to check out with, correct? It's used to be like, sorry, I don't want to embrace reality for a second, right? I mean, that's initially what it comes down to. But why is it on a fundamental level? Why is it on a fundamental level that if somebody is, let's say, just take me for example, I'm talking to a screen. I'm not necessarily talking to anybody that's watching. This is for me. This is my own psychological process for me to get back to where I need to be in life, right? If the world is not going to help you, you have to help yourself, correct? Correct. So whatever I need to do to trick myself into getting back into that mindset that I was at when I was at the top of my game, I have to do regardless of how it appears to you. Because it's not about you, right? It's about me. Because none of you are going to help me get back there. I have to help myself. So it really doesn't matter what it looks like when I come on here to vent, think, postulate, it this is my experience at the end of the day. I don't have to validate it. I don't have to justify it. I don't have to explain it. Even though I do kind of like explaining it, because by me explaining it, it holds you accountable. Which is why a lot of people don't like me, because it's like, if I have to go through this to show up in life, I'm not going to allow you any kind of excuse. I'm not going to allow you any kind of leeway. I'm not going to allow you any kind of disrespect toward me, right? Why should I? Why should that even be a thought process in the first place? It's very weird. It's very weird to be able to sit here and work through my own inner bullshit and literally watch people and watch to see who is like clinging on for attention and who just wants to show up to shit on somebody else to make themselves feel better. How you would rather judge another human being instead of empathizing with them. And that in and of itself, for someone who is awake, I hate the term, but woke, like, we know what's fucking going on. I hate that fucking term, by the way. I don't disagree with the meaning, but I hate that fucking term. It's very much, it's hard because it's like, okay, I see what's going on. They don't. Do I? And then that counterbalance comes in, right? That counterbalance to everything. It's like, well, we can have fun with this because they don't know what's going on. We do. They don't really care because it's not the same people coming in and out here. They're not going to take an interest in you. So as long as we show up and do what we need to do before everybody shows up to our live stream and starts fucking with us, like, as long as we get that step of the day out of the way and then let people do what they want, it's like, okay, we'll let them expose themselves at this point, because obviously they weren't listening to what I was saying. It kind of, and I give hints, right? I give hints to all this. Like, some days more subdued than others, granted, right? Some days more subdued than others. But it's fucking hilarious. It really is. Like, sitting here, basically, why do you think I don't keep my glasses on anymore? I know what everybody says in the comments. I deliberately leave it open. It's like the wild fucking west. Like, expose yourselves, please. Expose yourselves. Regardless of what you want to think, regardless of what you want to say, regardless of the shit that you want to talk, everything I've done up until this point has been for a reason. It's been methodical. Regardless of the image that I've portrayed to the rest of you, whether it be seemingly unhinged or eerily calm, everything has been methodical. Because everything was meant to bring me back to this point. I was under such conditioning in life that made me believe I was nothing without the woman that I loved and the children that I brought into this world. Having my entire life taken away from me, do you understand the level of mental trickery you have to pull on yourself to reprogram your mind, to remind yourself that you're still viable? You still have a life to live, and you still have amazing things to offer to this world. Do you understand that? And then you all want to sit here and make fun of me? You all want to sit here and criticize the things that I have to say when I have almost a year track record of doing these lives to show you that it fucking works? So who's really smarter than the other one? Who's really the one that's a million steps ahead? It's like I tell you guys all the time. This is meant for a reason. It's meant for me, not for you. You'll tune in to shit on me just so you can disconnect from your own fucking pathetic life. Meanwhile, I'm using this as a tool to literally steal my life back. We are not the same, and we never will be. I've explained that on many levels. Many levels. Right? Like I said yesterday in a very intense way, none of you are worthy to judge me. So why the fuck do you even say anything? Why the fuck do you even give me nasty looks? Why? Because I'm willing and able to do something that you are too much of a coward to do? If the chips were actually down and that was your only option, you would rather fall into a hole and die than actually face the fire and possibly die anyways because of what you have to do to make it come true and see it happen? I have no reason to apologize. You have no reason to judge. If anything, you should be jealous because a disabled person is doing this right in front of your face. If anything, you should be jealous because I'm disabled, you're not, and I'm proving how much of a coward the rest of you actually are in life. That if there was one extreme way to go out there and get your life back, would you? And it's proving time and time again, all of you show that you say no, where I say yes. We are not the same. Never have been, never will be. You are not my kind. My kind are forged in hell. We are forged in fire. We are forged in so much pressure and stress that it would break a normal motherfucker. Because people know that it would break them. They think it would break you, but you're actually, all you're doing is just exposing a goddamn diamond. That's all you're doing is just exposing a goddamn diamond. And then you think, oh, he's not going to go out. He's not going to go walk around the streets at night with no place to sleep just so he can have a job. I am. And I do. And I came back to get my knees filled with cortisone so I can go back and do it again. Again, we're not the same. Call me crazy, call me unbalanced. I've told you from the beginning, healing, whether it's spiritual, religious, or otherwise, is not pretty. Healing is ugly. You guys need to understand that. Healing is ugly. It's not pretty. It's not for the faint of heart. And the way to heal is not normally the common path everybody takes. It's the path less traveled, right? The high road is not the smooth road. The high road is the rocky road. Are you strong enough to what's the famous expression? Are you strong enough to walk with God instead of preaching about God? Well, I guess we figured that out because I make a lot of you insecure. I make a lot of you uncomfortable. So I guess that answers that one, right? I guess that answers that. Don't ever think you're smarter than me. I'm always a million steps ahead of all of you.